Okay, so I started this project of making two dragons for Aaron and Sarah, my friends who were getting married. And they did quite enjoy getting them, they seemed to like them a lot. So I just wanted to talk about some of the things I did making them. So I did cut out a lot of the pattern pieces beforehand. I was using a sewing book my friend Joe had given me for Christmas. And a lot of the bits I did end up sewing together by hand and then going over again with the sewing machine because I wanted to make sure I got a really secure attachment on all the pieces, and some of them had very fiddly deep curves that would have been a bit hard to get first time on the sewing machine. So here I'm just doing the head pieces for each dragon. There's a tartan one and then just an all red one. And this is just me connecting the front of the face to the sides and then going over that again with my sewing machine. So what I did was a basic basting hand stitch, and then I went over again with a straight stitch on my machine. This is the next morning where I'm having breakfast and watching South Park before I start sewing, because it's important to have a hearty meal to keep your strength up before you start a project. So I'm drinking water and I'm having sandwiches, and then I'm like right back to it. I'm sewing. I had sewed the side pieces already the night before, but I didn't film it, and now I'm putting on the stomach pieces. And what I did was I wanted them to be two-toned but complementary and not identical. So one of them is tartan on like the main bits, and then all the accents are red felt, and the other one is red felt on the main bits, and then the accents are the tartan fabric. And that looked quite nice in the end. I thought they went together really well, but still had a bit of individuality to them. And so a lot of with this, it would be, again, I would do a lot of basting stitching by hand, and then after that I would do the sewing machine. So here, no, it isn't product placement, I just really like Coke and that's my absolutely favorite hoodie. So here I have almost all of the body parts sewn together. I added ridges on the back and the feet parts are sewn together, and then I just finished it on the sewing machine and started to stuff it. This is just basic teddy stuffing. You can get it for like cushions and the stuff, kind of like stuff like that. I got mine at the Crafty Fox for pretty cheap. I used a long chopstick to really get the stuffing into the places I needed it to. I stuffed the tail first, and then the feet and thighs, and then I put in the rest of the stuffing. And then into slits I stuffed in the wings, which I didn't film myself sewing. I really wish I had at this point. I stuffed the wings after they were sewn, and then I top stitched to give them more definition. So after I got all the main dragon bits put together, I decided they needed a bit of an accent. So what I did was I gave one a bow tie and the other one a bow for the head. I was going to do a top hat and a veil, but then I decided that was a bit too much. So here's just a back view where you get a good idea of the tail, the ridges, the wings and the ears. You also get to see the horns a little bit and the way they complement each